Greetings, Ani, Bonjour, Kwekwe, Tanzi, Scano. It's Catherine and Brian at Moonstarlodge in Central Ontario, Georgian Bay area, and we bring you our Indigenous perspective on all things arts, spirituality, and education. Welcome if you're new, welcome back if you've been with us before. So this week I'm using an interesting collection of decks that inspire me, and sometimes I have to circle back to decks in order to remember how beautiful they are and what they mean to me. Kind of like old friends. Sometimes, you know, with an old friend, you don't see them for a long time, but when you do get together, it's a wonderful remembrance. So this is the Earthbound Oracle I'm using this week, and this Earthbound Oracle is something I've not used, but it's a very well respected and wonderful little oracle. The Oracle of the Fairies. Of course, I can't do a reading without the ancestors, or I'd never hear the end of that. The Queen of the Moon Oracle. Sometimes I find this a little more in-depth than, say, the Yasmin Boland decks. Not that I'm dissing them sometimes. Excuse me, we just need a little bit of depth. Different depth. The Oracle of the Moon, Mystical Moments. That's the clarifying set for the main tarot this week. The Dreamweaver's Oracle. The Healing Spirits. And finally, last but not least, the Tarot of Mystical Moments. I can remember saying a couple years ago, this reminds me of Paris in the spring. Not that I've ever been to Paris anytime, but something spring-like. And it's, you know, with Imbolc having passed behind us, I'm feeling the change in the energies, and it's going to be +8 in a couple days, and here we're still in early February. So let's go to the cards, Brian. Here are the 7 tarot of the mystical moments, and here are the clarifiers, 1 each. I typically put the ancestor at the beginning, but that wasn't what Spirit wanted this week. So we start out with the 2 of Swords, and the 2 of Swords is very much an internal, intrinsic, aware of finding peace and balance. Things are nesting, literally, in this person's hat. The birds are coming home, and nesting means settling, making home. So we are at home here with ourselves. Historically, as I've said many times, this was a card where 2 knights actually crossed their swords in peace, like a truce. So this is very much balance. And it's clarified here by a card that says reflect. So this is the process that we need to come to balance. This is very much an internal spiritual process. It isn't going off and getting drunk or getting high or trying to just numb out to find peace. This is very much an active reflection time. It's followed by the Queen of Swords. So we're jumping from the 2 of Swords all the way up to the Queen. And the Queen is very much an external expression of the mental process. So swords are air and mind and thought. And she's very much about not taking any quarter, and can, if she gets pushed, be the queen of off with their heads. She just does not let anything get by that needs to be gotten rid of. And it's interesting because it's clarified here by Temperance. In historical decks, Temperance was Archangel Michael blending spirit and earthly knowledge and awareness in perfect harmony. So this is the Temperance card. This is taking the balance here between a very much internal, introspective thing, balancing with the Queen's energy and bringing the perfect balance to this new week. Why? Well, we have the Fool card, and the Fool means we are all collectively, most of us, on a new journey, a new beginning, and that is wonderful. It's clarified by the Transformation card, and this is the sister deck to this deck. So transformation is both internal and external. It's how we appear in the world once we have gone through our metamorphosis. It's very much a growth, and the Fool card is always the beginning of a new karmic cycle. So that's the overarching energy for all of us, and most of us will have that happen. It's interesting, we've got octopus-like tentacles here and again here. So the Fool is followed by the Moon. Dark, shadow, self stuff, intuition, but the light of the Moon is still a reflection of the Sun. So it's reminding us not to fall into kind of illusion. We need to be very much on top of our intuition, not get pulled to the dark side of the moon, as it were, for all you Pink Floyd fans. It's clarified here by time to feed the hungry heart. So, going on this new journey, and again, this is intuitive reflection, not intellectual reflection, standing in the beautiful reflected light of the sun. We need to take a little bit of time for self-care. This is very much a self-care card. So we need to take care of our physical bodies, of course, but it isn't just that. People get hung up that self-care is going for a pedicure and maybe having a spa day. It's emotional, it's intellectual, it's spiritual. So we need to do that self-care at all levels, or our new journey isn't going to go very well. The Five of Pentacles shows up, and this woman is unwell. You can see right through her dress. It's exposing a very unhealthy looking innards here. She is depleted. And that's very much the message here, that we need to come out of a place of depletion in order to start our new journey. Sometimes this card reflects the fact that the light is there. There is an opportunity. We just have to look up and go after it. For some people who go through a phase of withdrawal, please excuse the dog who's making a lot of noise. Sometimes when we go through phases of withdrawal, it's a little bit of a pity party. It's the, oh, woe is me. It's clarified here by the Friendship card, and this is the Fairy card. And it says, fairies and humans alike need friends. Now is the time to seek out those who will support and encourage you on your journey to fulfill your dreams. So don't sink into the illusion, which this card represents, that, we're not meant to do this alone. We are to seek out those who will support this new journey. You can't make this stuff up. This is all very well lined out for us. It's followed by the Wheel of Fortune. So coming into this new journey, we have the opportunity here to wonder if this is fated or if there's an opportunity for things to actually progress. in good, is it just shooting the dice, good luck? But the spirits say, the ancestors, endurance is the key to success. So it's coming out of being alone and making it work. It's followed by the Sun card, one of the most important cards in the deck. And so this tells me that fortune is on our side. And the Moon card here is new moon beginnings. Well, this whole reading is about new journeys. It's about finding the mental and emotional and spiritual fortitude to recognize this new beginning staring us in the face. So that's the reading for this week. Now, before I go, I want to show you a deck called the Letting Go deck by David R. Hawkins. If you were in our consciousness class this past fall of 23, this person's work was presented in the hierarchy. This is my cat now playing with the camera. So the Letting Go deck is out there. If you want it, it's not expensive. There's a journal that goes with it. Anyway, you can flip the camera before the cat does again. So that's this week coming. We're coming out of this from a new moon, so it is new beginnings. So from Brian and I, and the assortment of very strangely behaving animals here today, we wish you a peaceful week. Please like, I'm always going to say this, like, subscribe, share this with your friends, and leave me a coffee. I really need it. Aho.